Shout out our sponsor, Clearview Window, the best home service company in the 805. You can follow their Instagram at @clearview.homeservice. They currently do service including window cleaning and gutter cleaning, but are expanding their service to cover any home service needs. Clearview will do it all. Go check out their social media and give them a follow if you're a real Talking with Taco fan.
Yo, this is Talking with Taco. I'm your host, Taco, and I'm joined here with my other co-host, Eli and Orda. And today we have a very special guest for you guys today.
We gotta go. All right,
Sorry, we're all a little bit excited. We're finally back. We've been here for a couple months now, but we are very excited to be back on the pod, especially having a special guest with us today. Eli, kick us off with that.
Today we have JP Andrade, former Bonita quarterback, went to Ohio State at high school, and then played at Jackson State with Dion, and now he's the quarterback here at Cal Lutheran. JP, how's it feel to be on?
Man, it's a pleasure. Pleasure's all mine to, finally be on, and heard great things about this podcast, so I'm excited.
That's right.
Yeah, sure.
All right, JP, can you tell us your story about how, through high school, through college, to Cal Lu, how you went from Bonita to where you are now and everything in between?
Yeah, so Bonita, we were, my sophomore, junior year, we were 3-7, so we weren't the best, right? And then senior year was kind of like my breakout year. I've had 3 years of experience in high school, played a little bit my freshman year on varsity, and then my senior year was a big breakout year. I had an offer for South Alabama going into my senior year and a preferred walk-on from Florida. And then, so I was looking really to kick off some things. So then senior year came, we got a new coaching staff, and that was Coach Bogan, who's also a Cal Lutheran alum, actually. And he really turned around the program. So, we brought guys like Caden, and we just kind of really took off, went all the way to semifinals, and had a great senior year, And once that finished off, it was kind of what's the options now, So because South Alabama, they had a coaching change, and, so that offer wasn't available anymore. And I got another divisional offer from Morehead State and then Fordham, and I kind of, in that recruiting trip, I didn't really felt like those were the right fits for me at the time. I felt like God was directing my path somewhere else.
Yeah.
So then it was late into my senior year. It was probably April, right? I get a text 5 a.m. from the player personnel guy from Ohio State, saying, hey, would you be interested in taking a visit? And of course I thought it was fake or whatever, because I was only a little 3-star, so I wasn't really why would they want me? So took a visit out there, and they said they had a roster spot open. Obviously they recruited me to walk on, right?
Yeah.
And they knocked me a scholarship, but still an opportunity to be at one of the top Division I school.
Top program.
Yeah. So
The Ohio State.
Yeah. So it was kind of okay, I really took in consideration, it was a great visit, met with the quarterback coach, Coach Yersich, who's now at Penn State. He's the OC there, and then, met with Coach Day and all those guys, so it was a really great visit, and then, 2 weeks later, they had me come out for the spring game, so they had me for a second visit, and then, I kind of felt like God was directing me, to Ohio State. They didn't have any other 19 quarterbacks in my class, so I felt like, it was a good opportunity for me to actually earn a spot there, and get higher in the depth chart. But, getting there, if you want me to proceed on, is I got there, and obviously I had to do my time right. It was a great experience. I loved Ohio State looking back. I can say nothing bad about it. Freshman year I had to put in my time. I was a walk-on coming in. I was the 7th guy.
Yeah.
Right? You had Justin coming in when he just came in from Georgia. And then you had Chris Chugginoff. He was from West Virginia, a grad transfer. Then you have Gunnar Hoke, who's a grad transfer from Kentucky. And then you had 2-3 other experienced walk-ons. So it was kind of I was the last guy in the room because I just came in as a freshman. So then, man, that was a great season. That was the 2019 season. So I was on scout team running with that whole defensive side was.
Yeah,
they're all in the league now.
Yeah.
You have guys like Jeff Okuda, Chase Young, Davon Hamilton, Jordan Fuller, who's with the Rams now, Pete Warner, who's starting linebacker for the Saints. You have Tuck Borland, who's with the Vikings. Man, I can keep going on, but it's you had just dudes. I didn't realize it at the time, but it's dude, that scout team was brutal, bro. And then you had Jeff Hafley at the time, who was the DC, and then he was he's a mastermind. Yeah. I wanted to pick his brain, but he's the head coach at Boston College now. He's a smart dude, really smart dude. And that year was fun. That year was kind of getting my feet wet, kind of just learning the playbook, trying to grow, in all parts of the game. you know, just kind of enjoy it, you know, kind of realize where I'm at, you know. And that year we lost to Clemson in the semifinals, but we won the Big Ten that year. And then, and then following year, sophomore year, was kind of like, then they brought in 2 5-stars. They brought in CJ, and then they brought in Jack Miller. And,
Was Quinn? No.
Quinn wasn't there yet. No,
Okay,
Quinn was still in high school. He didn't come till my 3rd year.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and then they brought in CJ and Jack, and I love CJ. I grew up with him like 20 minutes away, and he's always trained a lot together, and he's a great guy. You know, I love his mom, good family friends, you know. And then Jack's a great dude too. He's at Florida now. Just love those guys, you know. And it's I feel like growing from that, it's like you look back and it's like, you know, football creates family and relationships that last a long time. So yeah, that was a good year too. But that's what happened with COVID too.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a weird year because like you guys kind of went through it too. It was like you couldn't see your families.
Yeah.
Or like COVID, you're always getting COVID tested, and
Yeah.
at least for us, like we wanted to have a season, so we all had to sign a waiver, but we couldn't see our family, so we were gone for like 6 months, from like June to like
Oh wow.
January really, because we went to the national championship that year. So I was like I was in Ohio from like June to like January, like couldn't really see the family because you can't go back and contract COVID or else you're gonna hurt the season. So that was tough. That was a long season. We only played 8 games that season, but it was like, you know, we practiced like a lot.
Yeah.
Because you're just practicing for games that might not even happen, and like 2 or 3 of them got canceled. So it was brutal, but it was tough. But it was still fun though, looking back. Like that summer was fun. Like it was a lot, and then and then went to national championship. That was the year we beat Clemson in the semifinals. We got our get back, and then we lost to Bama in the national championship. That was when Devontae Smith went crazy again. That was brutal, bro. He had like 215 in like the first half. Like 2-3 touchdowns. That was insane. And then following year, 3rd year, that was kind of like, I feel like I was debating on leaving after that year. You know, there's a lot of mental stuff I was dealing with, and you know, I was not getting what I wanted on the field. You know, but obviously I have to understand it's my time. My parents just told me just wait 1 more year, and I was like, okay. So I waited that 1 more year at Ohio State, and then, you know, just battling through the winter, the spring, you know, not really getting a shot, and it's understandable, you know. Then you had Kyle McCord who came in, and I love Kyle. Great guy. Works hard. And, you know, it was kind of understanding my role, you know. So, like, from freshman year to my 3rd year, you know, I feel like I really grew because I understand my role. You know, I got to be the most unselfish I can be, just be encouraging, you know, do whatever I can to make the defense better, you know, be a scout team guy, just be a team player. That's where I feel like I've had my most growth was, you know, when I wasn't getting my way, when I wasn't, you know, nothing was really happening, you know, I was just there. You know, I feel like that's where the most growth was in the dark. So, because I mean, seeds don't grow in the most growth. My fault. The most growth happens in the dark, right? With when you're planting a seed. So, so I feel like, you know, going through that was really, really eye opening. Really, you know, helped me become the man I am today. And you know, going through that, it's like, okay, Kyle came in and he's already getting, you know, repping with the ones. It's like, okay, like I kind of understand my role still. So just keep being the team player, and then, you know, just keep getting better and wait until wherever I go next. You know, and then and then that year CJ got the job, and then, you know, we lost to Oregon that year, and then we lost the team up north, and then we went to the Rose Bowl, and we beat Utah, and that was like kind of like when I was done, because then Quinn kind of came in that's when he reclassified, and I love Quinn. He's a great guy. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy for him what he's doing at Texas, and you know, it was kind of like I was there for like 3 years. You know, and even with me and another walk-on, he was there for me the same time. His name's Jagger, and you know, we were there for like 3 years at the time. So it was kind of like they just kind of threw him in but with no question. He was only there for like a week, and I get it. You know, he's a 5-star, and you got to get him prepped. So it's like, looking back now, I understand. But, you know, at the time it was kind of like, you know, they didn't give me really a shot. You know, and then when CJ went to the Heisman, you know, in New York, the Heisman, you know, the whole ceremony. So I was able to run with the threes, and I thought I did really well, you know. And then, but kind of seeing the silver lining, they still wouldn't give me a shot. So there's no disrespect to them; it's a business. Yeah. So I understood. So I just, you know, I could have waited 1 more year and got my degree, but I feel like really it was like kind of it was weird at the time looking back, but I see it now. You know, I was being called to leave, you know. So I left. I transferred, and I was talking to some other schools, but in the portal, it's weird because, like, you go from you go from talking to one school and they're like, they seem really interested. Next thing you know, they're like, you won't hear from them again and stuff. So, but then like I was like 3-4 weeks into the portal, and Brett Bartoloni, who was the OC at Jackson State, who just got hired, was calling one of my quarterback coaches about me. And and I honestly didn't want to go to Jackson State at the time. I did not want to go at all. I know I didn't, because I knew Shedeur was there, right? And I knew like I wanted to play. You know, my parents were just like, just give it a visit, just go check it out, see what it is, you know, just see what it's about, just go check it out. I was like, okay, so we went on a visit, and I absolutely loved it, you know, because it wasn't about the people, because Jackson, Mississippi, it's a different culture, you know, it's really, really awesome. But, you know, there's a lot of poverty there too, you know, so it's kind of like, it's not the prettiest city, you know, but the people there, it was more so about the people. That's why I went. You know, not just Dion, but it was more so like the coaching staff. The coaching staff, the people. You know, the people of Jackson too. It was kind of like, wow, this is like, feels like they kind of welcomed me and kind of like home. You know, so it was kind of like, yeah, I'm coming. You know, it was like on my second, third day, I was like, Coach, I'm coming. Like, let's do this. You know, so then he offered me the number 2 spot. You know, I obviously had to work for it, but it was cool to be on scholarship at Jackson State, and then to kind of be behind, you know, Shedeur, and just learn from like the coaches too, you know, learn from Coach Prime, learn from, you know, Coach Brett, and kind of be a part of something bigger than yourself, you know, again, right? Because now it's like, okay, Lord, what am I waiting on here? You know, it's like I wanted to play, but I'm still a number 2, you know. So it was kind of like a cool atmosphere to be in still, you know, being a part of an HBCU, being a part of Jackson State, and what the I love means, you know. So, you know, that proceeded, and we had a good spring, good summer, and then we had a good year too. You know, we won our conference there, and then went to the national championship. We lost, but it was really cool to be a part of that. You know, that the whole fan atmosphere. They packed the house. They bring like 60,000 people at every game, so it's
awesome.
No, it's cool, bro. The tailgating's awesome, bro. It was like all of it was cool, man. And then the coaching change happened. You know, Coach Prime leaving, and you know, there was some. You know, I thought I was gonna be the guy, you know. I was planning on staying, but some complications happened, and you know, I thought it was best to leave and get my master's somewhere else, you know. And Trevor and Cade kind of mentioned, you know, like halfway through the season about Cal Lutheran, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna go. Like, I think I was shot here, right? And then the season ended, and then the changing happened, and new coaching staff was brought in, and you know, I felt like, okay, just keep praying on it, you know. Finally made my decision to leave in like January. So when I left, it was more so like, okay, like whatever happens. Like, I'm not worried. I've been in the situation again. I know, you know, God's delivered me. He'll do it again. So yeah. So
we'll edit it out. You're good.
Sorry to interrupt. We just need to get in this room.
No worries. I'm just gonna have to hop on and it's gonna have to edit out.
Don't cut it.
Dude,
Told you.
I have
Good.
It's always this room too. It's always this room. You have to hop on, go crazy. The edit skills.
Your edit skills, bro.
ball on your foot. Oh yeah. Are you
Happens every time. Were you guys reading for like 6 hours though, huh?
Yeah.
So
No, it's only happened once before.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then the coaching change happened, and I was just, you know, planning to get my master's somewhere else, you know, and then what happened was, you know, okay, hit the portal, and I was getting hit up by some other Division 1s and some Division 2s, you know, Portland State and Idaho State, and then some other Division 2s in like Indiana, stuff like that. So, I mean, I wasn't like set on Cal Lutheran because I heard about it, but I was like kind of like, okay, maybe I'll give it I'll check it out. You know, I heard nothing but great things from it, you know. And yeah, so then I took a visit with, like mid-January, and I absolutely loved it. You know, I loved it. I loved the like location, loved the school, facilities, coaches, you know, and it's kind of like I was already kind of done with the Division I politics. You know, I was kind of done with just like I just wanted to play ball.
Business.
Yeah. I was kind of just like, I've done the Division I experience. I'm grateful for the relationships I made with all the coaches and players, but I kind of just want to play ball, especially near my family.
Yeah.
Because, that's kind of the biggest thing too is playing for my family. So
yeah, like you've been traveling basically all your college life.
Yeah.
You've been away, on the other side.
Yeah.
So
it's
feels nice to be in Cali again.
Yeah, no, seriously. It was kind of like I was missing out on a lot of family events too.
Yeah.
Just a lot of stuff I couldn't get back for because of football, or just my location.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, once I came to Cal Lutheran, it was kind of like, man, this is actually beautiful. It's like a hidden gem. Why does nobody know about this school?
Yeah.
Your facilities was really nicer before Prime came. Was nicer than Jackson State's. You had they do have really nice facilities for Division III. So it's kind of like, dang, I didn't expect any of this. So it's kind of like I get to play at home, great, get my master's, be with my family, be in a great area with great connections. We got the Rams right here, so it's kind of like, man, I kind of just committed later that day when I took my visit. I was like, all right, I'm coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I texted Sutherland. I was like, let's do this.
Sutherland recruited you?
Sutherland Lugo. Yeah. But they reached out to me, but it was really Trevor and Kay who kind of got me here. It was and they told the coaches about me, there's an opportunity to, recruit me. So, Sutherland reached out. I got on the phone with Sutherland January, and then I took the visit, and then I texted him after the visit. I remember I was at dinner with Kate, and then I was I showed him the text Kate, let's go. We're doing this. I'm coming. Without a doubt. So and then I was just been working out, training until I got here in May, and then the rest is history.
Are you here today?
Yeah,
I'm here today.
It was pretty funny though, because in the spring, Eli told me about this too. He's like, "Do you know we're reaching out to some D1 quarterback?" I was like, D1? I was like, he's gonna come here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
I was like, dude, because I was in a
That's
meeting.
pretty
I was in a
sick.
meeting one time, and then someone was like, "Is JP for sure coming?" And I was like, "Who's JP?" And then they're like, "Oh, there's this quarterback we're getting from. He's played at Ohio State. He played at Jackson State." And I was like, "Actually?" And then I was like, "Really?" And then I was like, and I went to Shimmy and I was like, "Shimmy, is this true?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's coming." And I was like, "Oh, no way! That's awesome." And then we looked because you played a little bit in Jackson, you got in a few games.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and then it was on it was on your Twitter or something. Someone had a video and they were showing you oh, look at him, and he's playing Jackson.
Yeah, we can tell you now since you're here. Eli stalked your account.
Yeah, we did. We went through it. We were like, dude, there's no way. Because we were trying to find it. I was like, oh yeah. We were all we were sitting in one of these rooms probably.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
It was pretty funny. We were talking about it.
Let's roll.
Yeah, we're grateful to have you here, man. Dude.
How was playing for Dion? Because right now Dion is
that's
right
I think
now,
that's a hot topic.
That's
right
a
now.
hot topic.
right now,
question.
because right now Dion's he's big time right now.
Yeah.
Colorado. And did he offer you to go to Colorado, or is that ever something you considered?
I think it would be more so if I were to go to Colorado, it would be more so as a GA. But the thing is, I wanted to play
Yeah.
just 1 or 2 more years, with what I had left. So it was kind of I probably could have asked and said they'd probably have me as a GA.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to play 1 or 2 more years.
Yeah, I
So
get you.
with what I have left, so it's kind of just okay, let me just do what I gotta do, play, and then see where life goes from there. So, but you go back to how I was playing for Dion.
Yeah.
Right? Dude, that was fun. It was really interesting, honestly, because now I can kind of pour in, now I can kind of talk about it. I get this question a lot, but it was honestly really fun. I'm not gonna lie. He makes it really fun for the players.
Yeah.
In terms of I'll give you an example. He always has rap battles. He always has dance battles. He always does just stuff that's fun for us. That's just it gets the team together. It gets the team involved, and where he comes from and his background. It's you got to buy in.
Yeah.
If you're not bought in, you're gonna be out of there. And the thing is, he's very cutthroat. He doesn't waste any time.
Yeah.
And he's a guy with really honest. He's truly a man of his word.
Yeah.
You can't say that a lot nowadays, especially with college coaches. So it's he's truly a man of his word, and you're he's gonna tell you something and he's gonna stick to it.
Yeah.
And he's gonna tell you what you need to work on,
Yeah.
and he's gonna tell, and you're gonna get chewed out by him no matter what. At some point in time when you're playing for him, you're gonna get chewed out. Even Shador gets chewed out. It's I remember we were doing a scrimmage and the refs were getting chewed out by him. Just a scrimmage, in-team scrimmage.
Yeah.
And we got refs to come in and they were getting chewed out because they weren't spotting the ball right or something was happening. And he was yelling at him. But it's he's gonna be honest with you, he's gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you wanna hear.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna make it fun for the players in different aspects, What I love was when one guy got in a fight, he lets 2 guys fight it out. So like if we're practicing,
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
No, seriously, no,
I like that. Yeah, that's the best way.
Yeah, like he's like, you guys want to fight? Go ahead. No, he's like, back up, let him fight. Because when someone like scuffles, they try to break it up. He's like, no, back up, let him fight. Go. You got like 30 seconds. Go. And they're just throwing hands, like going crazy, like all right, fight. But he's gonna make you shake hands after.
Yeah.
Like get it out now, right? Instead of just going back talking, crap behind your teammate's back, for the rest of your life. No, get it out right now. Throw hands. You want to squabble? Go ahead.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if it's a group, if it's 2v1, like and your boy's getting jumped, you got to go in and help him.
Yeah.
Like if you see your boy on your like the offensive side or defensive side getting jumped, and you're not helping him, you're gonna get chewed out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just fun that way. Like
That's awesome.
No, like that's how it is. Like get it out, like fight it and get it out now. But you're gonna shake hands after.
Yeah.
To a certain point though, you can't just be fighting 5 times a practice.
Yeah.
Like you can't purposely.
Yeah,
But like maybe once or twice. But like after that, it's like all right, come on, we gotta focus and we gotta just practice.
That's funny that you say that because my brother in high school, that's like their program. Like he played at Tustin High School.
Yeah.
And they won CIF like back-to-back years. And then he said that the years that they won, it's because they had like great leadership. They said they did like stuff like that. They were like, if someone had beef, one of the guys was like, all right, go in the locker room, give them boxing gloves, give them 30 seconds. They come out, hug it out, back on the field.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
they're chill now. Like, they're all talking now, drinking water, just chatting up. Like he's like, that's how it was.
Yeah.
Nothing much.
Yeah. And if you get your ass beat, you gotta get up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like you got beat. What else do you want to say?
Now you know, but at least it's all out though.
Yeah.
That's awesome though.
How is Shador and Travis?
Shador's awesome. He's people think he's like cocky and arrogant and all that, but like you gotta understand like who raised him. It's like prime time. The guy. It's like
Confidence.
you understand exactly the guy who preaches self-confidence, a guy who's done it all. Who backs it up.
Yeah.
Not just in the sports world, but in the coaching world. So it's kind of like when you understand like who raised him. It's like Shador means well. He's very like he means well for the team. Like for example, he'll just like go out to eat with the quarterbacks and the O-line. He would just pay without even for all of us without saying a thing. It's like just stuff like that. It's like you think he's all cocky and arrogant, but he does stuff like that with his actions where he's like, oh, this guy's actually like, he's really cool. Like he's genuine, and it's like maybe people get mad because like of how flashy he is and all that. I'm like, bro, it's just he's really genuine though. Like he's a really good dude. He's really funny too. And it's just his lifestyle. It's just how he lives.
Yeah.
So you can't judge one person by their lifestyle, But man, Shador's awesome. Travis, I wasn't really close with Travis. I was closer with Shador. But Travis is a good dude. You gotta understand when he came in, he was like 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
At least when I was there.
He was a kid.
So he was a kid. Not in terms of like he played though like a grown man. He played like a grown man though. But like he's just goofy. Like he's goofy. He's fun to be around. He's got energy. Great kid though, great guy.
He's balling right now.
Yeah, he plays like a grown man. Though.
He's balling.
Yeah,
playing like 160 snaps is crazy.
That is crazy.
Or 120 or whatever it was. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Individual.
No, that's insane.
Yeah.
Literally.
How was the like talent drop off or talent like not necessarily like but how was the difference between Ohio State and Jackson State like talent wise?
Ooh, okay. So I feel like it's more in the trenches though.
Okay.
Like skill position, like Ohio State had the best receiver room in the whole country and continues to do so, right?
Well, what's some receivers you played with at Ohio State?
The what?
What are like name some receivers you played with at
Oh.
Ohio State?
Some guys you don't know, but that came before Chris Olave was like Austin Mack.
Yeah.
What's his name? Benjamin.
Was Garrett or Chris was in there?
Yeah, Garrett was in the same class as Garrett, so I came in with Garrett. Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. Man, then you guys have like Austin Mack. He's in the league now. Who else was there? But those are like the top 2 names. But then you had like Jackson Smith.
Yeah.
And Jigba. There's another dude. What's his name? Well, you have Emeka Mbuka. He was there my 3rd year, but he was like the number 2 guy.
Yeah.
Behind like Chris and Garrett, and then you had Marvin Harrison. Yeah, he was behind Chris at the time. But then when Chris sat out for the Rose Bowl, then he had like a quiet 3-game touchdown.
Yeah.
So it was like 3 touchdown games. So it's kind of like, man, that receiver room is loaded. But then you had like walk-ons, bro. Like Sam Wiglis, like he's a walk-on. He was with me on a scout team. He's balling right now at Ohio, like Ohio University with the Bobcats.
Yeah.
And he's balling. He had like 13, 14 touchdowns last year, and he that's what I'm saying. The talent that was there at Ohio State like was ridiculous, even in the walk-on room. Like it's crazy. And on the scout team, it was crazy. So, but the talent, like skill receivers, like Jackson State, you gotta understand, like they brought in a lot of transfers. You know, we got a lot of 4-star, 3-star, 5-star guys.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the biggest difference was like how the practices were run, but like also the trenches. Like Ohio State, it was like more business. You know, get in, do your work, and get out. Jackson State, it was still business. Don't get me wrong. It was just run kind of differently, but the trenches. I think that's where it was a big difference. You know, big difference.
That's what people say mostly too between like at like any level, like that's the biggest difference between like Division 3 and Division 1, Division 2, whatever. Like that's what most people say the biggest gap is, because I mean it's just hard to find like really good offensive linemen. Like it's like even here we have like so much depth at receiver.
Yeah.
Like we have so many good receivers here, and like, but it's hard to find depth at O-line like anywhere because there's not as many big kids that are strong and athletic.
Yeah,
It's hard to find that big.
It's hard to find tacos.
it's hard to find tacos.
That's great. So how's it like? How's the locker room? Like how's like the brotherhood? It's like for some people that's like the main reason they play football, to like have that brotherhood. How is that like at Ohio State?
The Power 5.
Yeah, like are you like starstruck? Are like the stars like the people are playing on Sunday? They don't mess with like the backups and all that type.
I mean, every now and then you have one guy who's like that, but Ohio State, it wasn't like that. You know, everyone was like bought in, and everyone was just like, you know, family. There will be a few guys obviously who are like nationally known, you know, and it's kind of like if you talk to them, they're not gonna like they're not gonna big time you or ignore you. They're not like that. None of them was like that. Like Justin was never like that. You know, he's a great, genuine guy raised by a great family. You know, and he was, you know, you could talk to him and he respect you the same way. You know. So it was kind of like all those guys. I mean, Chase Young, you know, even J.K. Dobbins. They're all just great guys to talk to. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like looking back, it's like, dang, I played with those guys. But it's like, at the time, it was just kind of like they were just like my teammates.
Yeah.
They were just my teammates. You know, I shower with them, I work out with them. It's kind of like not that way. Like, pause. Like, not like that, but like.
No, we get you.
Now you shower with us. It's all good.
Yeah.
We had like an open communal shower though.
Did you have one in Ohio State?
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like.
We have curtains here. Yeah. So
Yeah, but they have curtains here though. There was like an open, huge room.
No,
with
I know,
just a
but
bunch
it's
of shower
funny that
heads.
you like there, like they just have shower heads.
Yeah.
They don't have curtains.
I thought Eli wanted. Eli wanted.
Yeah.
Man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shower together.
No, I didn't mean like that.
Going
But,
from shower with the.
No, but like just everyone. No, that was crazy though. But like, yeah, just everyone was awesome there, brother. Like everyone. Like I don't really, looking back, I don't know anyone that really treated me wrong or bad. So
Yeah.
you know, it's genuine people there.
Yeah, that's like it's probably one of the like craziest, like Bama, Ohio State, like all those like big schools. It's like pretty much, it's essentially like almost playing. It's like playing professional sports. Like,
Yeah.
like it pretty much is playing
Yeah.
professional sports.
Well, yeah, the amount of NIL you get from there, it's like it's insane. Dudes are getting cars now.
Yeah.
You know, cars, insane deals, like just getting paid by the millions now. So at those types of schools, so it's crazy. It's actually insane. So
Out of Jackson State and Ohio State, who had the best campus life?
campus life.
Yeah.
Oh, see, the thing is, Ohio State is like 60,000 students, so it's like
Oh my god.
they always have something going on. But Jackson State, in terms of campus life,
Yeah.
it's an HBCU.
Yeah.
So it gets
It
lit.
gets
Yeah.
hurt. It's insane. Like it's awesome, bro. Like they always have events going on. They always have the band going. They always have the different like Greeks going on. You know, and they take pride in that, bro. Like they take it serious. But that means it's more fun. You know, it's awesome. They have different events, different concerts, different just stuff going on. It's really fun. Ohio State, I mean, I wasn't really involved in like I guess campus life. I don't know. I mean, they have more nightlife going on there, and they take pride in their like sororities and frats too.
Yeah.
You know, not like Jackson State though. You know, but I mean, campus life, Ohio State, it was cool. You know, it's like a normal campus, I guess. You know, people walking around, people hanging on the quad. You know, people going to class, people doing whatever they need to do.
Can like at Ohio State, like especially the big name guys, can they like walk around campus? Like, because I've heard stories of like a lot of people, like when they get to like a certain level, like I'm like probably like Justin Fields or something like that, where they can't even go to class because they're like a distraction or they'll get like swarmed, or like they can't really get around. So like
The one time I've witnessed that was like it was at a bar on like Friday or Saturday night. It was in the off season, and I remember Justin had come in with a hoodie and like shades, but he still got like swarmed. Not by like 50 people. It was probably by like 10 or 12.
yeah,
You know, but it's like I don't know about going to class. I've never seen like someone with that name go to class or witness that, but I mean,
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
yeah, but they take like stuff seriously though. Like they're like, "Are you JP?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm like the 5th quarterback." Like, you know what I mean? But like they take football seriously. Like they know my name, where I came from. I'm like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's pretty sick.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, "What do you?" But like I'm like, I don't like. Yeah, it's just like how? Why do you know me? Like, why? What the heck?
What's the dynamic like going out and hanging out with people? Like, could you guys like go out? Would you like the quarterbacks go out and hang out? Like, or is it more like business?
No, we would go like with Coach Dennis. Coach Yursich, I was the QB coach my first year, Coach Yursich. He would have like just like quarterbacks over like every now and then, like just a barbecue, eat dinner, whatever. And then he went to Penn State. Coach Dennis, who's married to Urban Meyer's daughter, he became the quarterback coach, and then he's a great guy. I love Coach Dennis. He would have like all the quarterbacks go out to dinner a lot, you know, which is nice of him, really cool of him. He pay. It's awesome. It was always cool. So I think that's more the dynamic, you know, because we're always so busy too. It's like everybody just come get dinner, just you know.
Yeah,
It was a good time.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, playing football, I say, like walking down the stadium with like
Yeah.
100,000 people.
Packed stadiums.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
That's always fun. It was like, especially going through the tunnel, it was pretty cool. Like the fog would like go crazy. Like obviously the stadium's rocking,
Yeah.
and I love hearing the one side goes H, I, O, and just keep going. That's probably one of my favorite things. And then like going through the tunnel, it's like all that fog's going streaming, and you can't even see anything. I can't even see my hand right here. There's so much fog, you know. It's like you can't even see like a foot in front of you. So you gotta like carefully run but jog because there's someone right behind you too.
Yeah.
So it's like just keep going. But then when it clears, when the fog clears, and you just open up and the whole thing's right there in front of you. It's a cool experience. I'll remember that the rest of my life. And then the band's playing, we're running through. That shit's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
What was your favorite stadium to play at?
See, I didn't travel my first or second year, but I traveled my third year. Not Indiana. I think Nebraska. Nebraska was pretty cool. Nebraska was cool because they packed the house.
Yeah,
Nebraska's pretty sick. I never got a chance to travel to Penn State though, which I'm kind of bummed about. But that would be
the whiteout.
The whiteout. I wanted to always travel to Penn State, but I never got that opportunity. But Nebraska was pretty cool. Not gonna lie, their stadium how it's laid out is pretty cool, and they're always gonna pack the house, even if their team's like terrible. So they have like 90,000, 100,000. So, but that I think it was Nebraska. Nebraska was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I like Mercedes-Benz Dome though. Oh, the Saints Stadium. They renamed it though. Caesar Dome. Is it Caesar Dome now?
I think so, yeah.
Caesar Dome.
The Atlanta Stadium?
Yeah, because it's like real. Not Atlanta. The New Orleans
The
Saints Dome. That was cool. When we played Clemson, because like the lighting is insane in there, and the dome's so high.
Yeah.
It's not as big. I feel like. I don't know. It was pretty big, but like the dome's super high and the lighting's crazy.
Like
It's
it's
really
tall.
cool.
Yeah.
It's weird, but like it's that was really cool too.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the collegiate stadium, you know, it's the NFL stadium. But no, yeah, Nebraska's pretty cool.
Jeez.
But Team Up North's was like a movie though.
Michigan?
Yeah, when we lost to them, like my third year, and that was like I think it was like 10 degrees. It was 10 degrees. It was snowing hard, so it was like.
Wait,
the thing is, I was packed out.
Was it that first year you guys lost to him?
Yeah.
Like Blake Corum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my third year, so it was like.
That's
bro,
crazy. I remember watching that.
Packed.
Yeah.
It was like two. It was like we were 2 or we were 3 and they were 4. They were like right behind us.
Yeah.
And it was like we were ranked to win. Oh wait, were we? We were because we were on like a hot streak.
Yeah.
And bro, it was like we really hate them. Like I still hate them to this day. Like our workouts, everything we do is based off beating that team. 365 days. Like we have a whole like panel, like a whole wall dedicated to that game and the countdown and everything that came before us. And like if you beat the Team Up North, you get a pair of gold pants. That's like the tradition. So I have like 1 pair of gold pants for my freshman year, but that's it. but like.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, and then like the workouts, like Coach Mick, like I love Coach Mick. I'm actually missing him, but and the rest of like the strength staff, they like 365 days. We do like a different variation of like push-ups, sit-ups, different core workouts, planks, like to add up to the days that are left until the game. So like if it's 272 days, we got a guy who comes up, he's like gets us riled up, chants, and then all right, we got 272 days till we beat the F out of team up north, and then we count down 1, 2, all the way to 272, or whatever how many days there are. And no, it's cool. That's like so like I hate them with passion, bro. Like, I still do. I hate them.
Hey, you're not even saying their name. You're saying the team up north.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah. Like, and then for scout team too, like we put like their jerseys on like with the week we play them, they put like the practice jerseys on the ground, like the X's over any M's in the whole city of Columbus. Like you see a street sign with like Martin, the M is marked out in red. Like it's that bad. And then like we'll put like the practice jerseys, like just blue and gold jerseys on the ground, so we walk on it, stomp on it, wipe our feet on it. Like it's bad. And then like scout team, we're what's it called? They tape our helmets like with blue tape and then yellow right here to mimic what they look like, only for that team. Yeah, so it's like, dude, they go to the extent, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I remember watching that game. Because what year was that?
2019, 2021.
Yeah, so I was how old
we were juniors.
We were juniors in high school. Yeah, I remember watching that
Yeah.
game, and I remember I was like, I'm not gonna lie, JP, I really wanted Michigan to win.
Oh,
just because not like if I could go back, I would change it. 'Cause, like, if I knew you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I knew what was gonna happen in the future, I'd be going for Ohio State. But like I remember like being like, oh, Michigan, like because they didn't beat you guys for
Like 10
years.
Dude, there's something crazy.
It was something crazy like that. Yeah.
I'll pull it up right now.
Yeah, I know. It was like 10 years, and I remember that game in
I
the
just
snow.
remember that because they were asking, like, they were questioning Jim Harbaugh, or the coach. They were like, is he gonna be here? Like, if he beats Michigan, he stays.
So like,
was that the-
this is our scout team. So it was my like highlight thing for like.
Colleges.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I want to see this.
I can't believe they actually.
Yeah.
Dude, how is like practice at Ohio State? What's that like? Like what's a normal like
tempo and
Ohio?
stuff.
Like,
It's,
what's
it's fast tempo. We're moving in periods. Man, yeah, we'll go like 24 periods, 25 periods.
How long are the practices?
2.5.
Okay,
2.5. Yeah.
it's not crazy.
Yeah, it's not crazy, but we're moving fast. You know, a lot of stuff to get done.
Yeah.
Pre-practice to practice and then post-practice. You know, it's a business. And it's run like a business. Everything's formatted. You got to know where to go. Like, got a guy on the speakerphone yelling, "This period next up," or, shout out my guy Quinn Temple. But
Wish we had that.
yeah, no, it's like I didn't like my practice here. It's like I didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between Ohio State, Jackson State, and Cal?
Ooh, like the biggest difference. There's a lot of differences.
Or like, what are some like noticeable differences for you? Like good and bad.
There's a lot. Like that's such a generic question. Dude, like football wise, I mean, more funding obviously.
Yeah.
Like the from the training staff to strength staff to
Yeah, because remember when we were on the plane
just
going to Washington, I was like, oh yeah, like was there like a big difference in travel? He's like, well yeah, we didn't go through security.
yeah.
Yeah.
Travel. It's like we got our own private plane. Like the buses take us to the airport and we get off on the side and they take us to like a plane that's just there. Obviously we got to go through not security, but like a type of security. Like it's just us. Like it's literally just us.
Yeah.
Like literally just us. We just got to check our names in, walk through the metal detector, but then like it's just us. We grab our Chick-fil-A or whatever snacks they had for us, and then we go on the plane, or they'll have it on for us on the plane, and then they'll just go to our seat.
Yeah, that's what Coach Miner said too. That's exactly how they described it.
Yeah.
It was just like they would go like he was like, so we gotta go through security, and I was like, yeah, Coach, we gotta go through it.
but like it was. I think honestly, when we traveled, it was efficient though. Like there's nothing like crazy.
We have to wait a little bit when we travel.
Oh yeah, but it's like that's not the biggest of deals, It's like, I mean, yeah, but like obviously, even with Jackson State though, because we got the deal with American Airlines.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of cool to travel to Miami and Atlanta and stuff like that, and Houston. Same ordeal. Just take the bus to the airport, get off on the side.
Yeah.
Take our own plane. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But man,
Any other like really noticeable differences?
I mean, dude, like equipment's a big. Equipment.
Yeah, because
Um,
Ohio State, you guys just
You
get
get
like
everything.
some
Yeah.
piles of like things.
Equipment, bro. Like I got, dude, from the 3 years I've been there, I have, like, when I went to Jackson State, like I didn't bring any Ohio stuff with State with me. Like,
Yeah.
none of
Wait,
it.
where'd you do you have it?
It's all like back home, like in an attic. I have like boxes and boxes of stuff. Like it's it's insane. Like shoes, shirts, shorts, hats, sweatshirts, dude, everything. Like,
That'd be pretty cool when you're like older too.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna go back and go through it, but it's like some of it's like generic stuff, like you buy in the student store too.
Yeah.
You know, some of it's pretty cool though, like the Big Ten stuff.
You have the Rose Bowl shorts, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was
those are dope.
Yeah,
Those are
like
dope.
I won't wear like that out unless like
You're working out.
I'm working out.
I saw like a throwing session or something like that.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
I'm not like the other school, like I didn't wear any Ohio State stuff going to
Yeah.
class or going to like in the facility. I won't wear anything.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear something Ohio State.
Yeah, because I'm not there.
Yeah.
You know? But if it's like I'm out in public, I'll wear something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but if I'm at the school, you know, my new school, it's like I won't wear that. You know,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to buy in.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with Jackson State. I wasn't wearing any Ohio State stuff. I still have a backpack, but I'm waiting for. I need to get a backpack here though. But yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I know, because I always wonder what that contrast was like for you, like going from Ohio State to Jackson State, because you kind of played it like you played it at Power 5, like probably arguably one of the best football schools in the world or the
Yeah.
country, and then you played at Jackson State, which is an FCS, which is like, and then you played at one of the best FCS. You played with Dion. You played at Cal Lu, which is like a Division III school. So you've had like through college, you've had like so many different experiences that like most people don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's definitely been a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for everything, you know. Not
Yeah.
like I could sit here and say, oh, I should have stayed, I should have done this, I should have done that. But honestly, looking back, I'm grateful for the relationships I made.
Do you have any
You know,
crazy
people-
like Ohio State Jackson State stories? Like anything that's like any like crazy like
Man, yeah.
That you're allowed to tell.
anything you're allowed to talk
What
about?
am I allowed to talk about?
Like Dion ever like side you? I'm just kidding.
No, it's just, dude. Man, Ohio State. I think it was just cool to be a part of everything, you know.
Do guys like crack jokes and stuff and like mess around? Like kind of like same thing here.
I think there was a level of fun in business. You know, it's
Yeah.
like we were able to have fun. Like for example, Ohio State, there's something called Best Fridays in football, right? So we have Mondays off, right? So say we have a game Saturday. We played our game Saturday, we practice Sunday, and then we have victory meals. Victory meals is like, obviously you only get it if you win,
Yeah.
but it's like they have the ice sculpture with the block O. We get surf it, bro. We get surf and turf. We have like all the prime rib. I mean, desserts. The whole dessert table probably as big as this. You know, like we have everything. A 5-course meal just right there for us, bro. It's beautiful. No, it is. No, I'm telling you, it is beautiful, bro. Like I try to get 3 to 4 plates. Like it's like amazing. And it's like Ohio State. It's like we had like the 11-win season. You know, like undefeated season, 8-0, and then obviously it's like we had a lot of victory meals. So it's like you could take it for granted, but it's like looking back, it's like, man, I'm glad I did it. And then like Monday we get Mondays off, kind of like today. And then Tuesday we have like Bloody Tuesdays, which is full pads. Wednesdays would be shells. Thursday would be like helmets with like the soft shoulder pads, which aren't really shoulder pads, they're like soft cushion. But that's more like a scout day. And then Friday we have Best Fridays in football, which is like basically you have meetings and then you have walkthrough. No, meetings and then we do like a fun activity based on your unit. So like, for example, quarterbacks, we play Foursquare.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Yeah, like we do meetings and then we do Foursquare. And then like the receivers would play like, I don't know what the game is called, but they always do like, there's 2 buckets, right? There's a bucket here. And it's like ultimate football, I guess, but with the basketball, right? Or it's like with the football, but like you got to get the football into the bucket. Like, but ultimate, right? And then you have a goalie. Like, it's pretty fun. It looks pretty fun. But we play Foursquare. I always love playing Foursquare. And then we go into walkthroughs. But there's that level of, right, you're having your fun, right? You're able to do all that. But when it's time to get down to business, time to get into walkthroughs and lock in,
It's like
there's that transition. You're able to flip it. It's that switch.
yeah.
And most of the guys, we're all able to do that because it's that culture. That's what expected of us. So you got to be able to have fun, right? But flip that switch, now it's business.
Yeah.
Right? So it's kind of like, it was always that. You know when to joke around. There's always a time to joke around, right, and have fun. But when it's business, it's business.
Yeah.
So I think that was like that level of maturity, right, that you got to have as a team it's like everyone's bought in. Everyone knows what it takes to win. You know, no one's gonna complain and talk back, but also we're able to have fun too. We all know, okay, it's practice, we gotta lock in. When practice is over, okay, we can crack jokes, be fun and all that. I'm not saying there hasn't been jokes and stuff like during Indy or something like that, but you know, there's that level of, you know, locking in, business, you know, moving, running from drill to drill. That was a big thing too, was everyone was moving, no one's walking.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, there's that level of maturity, business, you know. Everyone's bought in. I think that was the biggest thing. You know, everyone was bought in, and there was an expectancy. You know, Ohio State football. You know, we gotta get to a national championship.
What's like even any like crazy things that happen at Ohio State? Like, oh my God, I'm playing football at Ohio State, or like just any like just surreal moments, or like any like ridiculous moments, or like anything really funny, or just like insane.
Man, I think in terms of like funny, I don't think I'm allowed to say it like, on this podcast, but like there was a lot of funny stuff. But it was like, because you're like with the guys, right? Like like my boys like Jacob James over there, he's still playing. Josh Fryer, Steele Chambers, who's a starting middle linebacker. Tommy Eichenberg, who's starting linebacker there, and like Bryson Shaw, he's at USC now, and like those guys, it was kind of like just a lot of fun times with those guys, man. I miss those guys. You know, I'll try to go to Ohio every now and then to visit and see them, but just a lot of fun stuff with them, man. And it was man, what else? I think it was more cool just to see, like, you know, when they're playing like Seven Nation Army, you know, in the stadium, we're about to kick it off. That's always cool. And or like when someone breaks a tackle and they're breaking down the sideline, to hear the whole crowd just roar. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Man, not off the top of my head, I should have thought.
Do you have any favorite Dion moments?
Dion moments?
Give me my thing.
That's always a good one.
What do you think about like I'm bringing I got my baggage. It's
Louis. My Louis bag though. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
The thing is, he did the same thing at Jackson State. Like, people were like, why would he get rid of all those guys? You know, he got rid of like 50, 60 guys, but it's like he did the same thing at Jackson State.
The turnaround he's had at Colorado is like just like. Have you seen the pictures of like games, like the differences?
Yeah.
Like just the people in the stadium.
Yeah.
And like the environment it's like a different.
Well, they sell out every year.
It's a different. It's like a different program in a year.
Yeah. So it's like he did the same thing with Jackson State. It was kind of just, you know, he cut a lot of guys. You know, he had to get rid of, you know, the cancer. He had to get rid of it. He had to get rid of all the diseases. He had to get rid of all the, you know, people who aren't good enough.
Yeah.
You know, and he's cutthroat about it because there's expectations. You know, so that's what I'm saying when I'm telling you he's not going to waste your time. Mm-hmm. Is he'll tell a scholarship guy, we're going to take your scholarship. Yeah. And if you want to be on as a walk-on, you can. So a lot of guys at Jackson State after the spring, I didn't even know this, was they just left. They hit the portal. A lot of guys, after the spring game, hit the portal. There were like 30 guys. Obviously not to Colorado extent, but it was still like, we got to get these guys out of here and bring new guys in who can play. You know, because we're here to win. We're not here to just go 6-6.
Yeah.
We're here to win a championship.
Yeah.
So that was like the biggest thing is like, you know, there's an expectancy, you got to play to that, and if you can't, then he's gonna let you know.
Yeah.
And you're either out of there or you got to level up and rise to it.
That's what I think I appreciate the most about coaching. Like coaches that can tell you it, like straight up. Like Coach Culpepper does a good job with that. He's like, you need to get better at X, Y, and Z, or like this is how it is, and it's like it doesn't pull punches, and then when he tells you something good, you can appreciate it more. Yeah. And that's how you win games. You don't win games by like towing around that stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I think one of the funniest things was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like there was like gangs on the team, like at Jackson State. like no, not like bad, not in a bad way, but like it was funny because like my first second week there. I'll give you an example. Like my first second week there, like there's you have Stamina Gang, and you have there's another one. One's called Stamina, one's called another thing. Death Row. So it's like you had dudes like they don't touch quarterbacks, but like if you get in a fight, then that's your own problem. But the thing is, like, if you walk down, my biggest thing was like my first or second week there, it was like they were jumping a dude because he walked down the wrong row. In
like
the
like actually jumping him?
Yeah. Like they were jumping like because he walked down the wrong row because he repped the wrong gang. He repped the wrong one. He walked down the wrong row.
Wait, these are like real gangs?
Well, not like real gangs, but like they're just fun.
Yeah.
Like they're fun, but they fight. Like
legit fight.
Yeah. But not like to take you out or knock you out, but just to make you feel a little something, to bruise you up a little bit.
Telling you up a little.
Yeah, exactly. Toughen up. It wasn't like nothing like bad. It was like people had fun with it.
Man,
But yet again, it was like, but yet again, no, yes, but the thing is, like, guys were like, okay, you got to do this for stamina, right? And I forgot what the death row one was, but like, if you saw like the death row, like if death row gang was like, you know, he threw up like his sign in the wrong row or to somebody, you know, in the other gang, you know, like, hey, let's get him.
Yeah.
Or if you say F stamina, you're gonna get jumped for it. Like, it's like, but dudes played with it and had fun, but you're gonna feel something later. You know, it's not gonna be.
It's not like an actual
I have some
but
video.
it's gonna
I
happen.
have some video, but it's funny. Like, and I was so thrown off because I was like, "What the heck?" So it was just funny. But like one time they did in the cafeteria, you got to know when to do it, when to not. You only do it in the locker room. You only keep it in the locker room. But they did.
Yeah,
it,
because it's like
in
a
the
team thing.
Yeah, we had our own like little football cafeteria. So it was like they did it. They brought it to the cafeteria because like one guy was sitting by himself, and like the other gang members like, "Hey, you better watch out." Like we seemed like just like have fun with it, but like kind of turned into something, and then they started fighting in the cafeteria, and the lunch lady was like, "Y'all better stop it! Y'all better stop it right now!" Like, it's just funny, like it's just, oh man, it was like something like that's funny.
That's awesome.
Man, it was hectic though, bro. Like, man, it was honestly really fun. There were a lot of characters on that team though, man.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
what's fun about football.
like that's what I love about the camaraderie and just like the guys at Jackson State were awesome, man. They're so much fun. So many characters, man. Like,
Dude, that's crazy.
like,
We need to.
no, I was like, but like, or like for example, it kind of was bad in some cases because like our starting center like couldn't play in the spring game because he got a concussion from it. like it's like, bro, it was like.
Did the coaches know about like you guys?
I think so. Yeah, they had to. I don't think it was like.
Wasn't a mystery.
Like,
Dude, could you imagine going up to like having to explain that to like
Imagine I got jumped. Imagine I got
like,
jumped.
Coach Taco can't play. Why can't Taco play?
Yeah.
He got jumped.
well, like yeah, it was funny. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. And you played with some of like the biggest personalities in college football, or just in football, like, or just some of the biggest. Like Justin Fields is a household name. Like Shador is becoming a household name in Colorado. Like Deion Sanders is. That's like, you've been around like some of the big, like Deion Sanders is arguably one of the biggest personalities like in football.
Yeah.
So that's got to be like pretty crazy.
Yeah, like it didn't hit me like because when you're around him every day, it's kind of like.
It's Coach
It'll
Prime.
mellow
Coach
out.
Prime.
Prime.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
Coach.
it mellows out like he's Coach Prime, but like there's still like always a certain like level of respect.
Yeah.
Always, you know. But what I love about Coach Prime was he would sit with his players like in the little things like eating at breakfast, eating at lunch, you know, dinner. It's kind of like he'd always sit with his
He
players.
seems like a really like genuine human being.
Oh, dude, he is.
Yeah, he
he
seems like a really
he
good
really
guy.
is. Like there was never, like he'd always talk to like, you know, I don't want to say like the outcast, but like not the outcast, but like just, you know, the lower guys on the team, you know, that would
Yeah.
like that are just not, you know, the stars, you know, the scout guys. He'd always talk to him. Like he's not. No, he has a lot of like credit to his name, but he never lets that get in his way. He's always a true genuine guy. He always sits with his players at lunch, you know, or breakfast, whatever it is. You know, he always just talks to everybody. How you doing, dope?
Yeah.
You know, just,
He always talks about like building character and like building men too, which is like really cool because he could easily just take the road of being like, I'm just gonna win a bunch of championships and like, but
Yeah.
he really does take time to like develop human beings,
Yeah.
which is really cool because like a lot of football's kind of getting away from that and like
Yeah.
him being like the big name he is, like bringing that back is really cool.
Yeah. I just know a lot of people were like hurt. I saw both sides of it, but like a lot of people were hurt when he was like, you know, always preaching HBCUs and then he went to Colorado.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause that was a big thing. Like, I don't know if you guys ever saw part of that, but it was kind of like, I saw firsthand what it was like. After the SWAC championship, he got the whole team together. You know, we just won the SWAC championship, and we had to go back to the facility. It was probably like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and we had to go back.
Yeah.
And it was like we already knew what it was about. We saw all the rumors and all that, and you know, when he announced he was leaving, it was kind of like, you know, he saw the city of Jackson. Some people were really hurt. You know, some people really took that to offense, but some people were grateful at the same time. You know, I could see both sides, but I mean, he left Jackson better than he found it.
Yeah.
He did a lot for the city of Jackson.
He changed HBCU football.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
forever. So it's like, man, like how can you how can you be mad at the guy? How can you like I understand where you know the city of Jackson, you know, where they come from. They were probably mad, but like at the end of the day, he made the city of Jackson better.
Yeah.
You know, there were like when I was there was like a water crisis and there was just so many different factors going on that were very corrupt. You know, and Deion brought nothing but, you know, hope and nothing but like, you know, joy, happiness, whatever you want to call it, like to the city of Jackson. You know, so it's how can you sit here and be mad at him when he did so much? You know, you could just sit here. All you had to do was sit there and be grateful for it. You know, but you had like paintings of him over the city.
Oh,
You know, like on the city windows and stuff like that, and then the very next day they were all taken down. You know, it's just like that. You know, so I can see the hurt, but it's like he did so much.
Mhm.
You know, it's like how can you?
And you have to look at it too
Matt.
from he had where he's doing now at Colorado and what he's going to continue to do. Like that's it's hard to fault people for doing because he's going to get more out of it Colorado than what out of Jackson just because it's a bigger school, bigger
Yeah.
market,
Yeah.
and it's and what he did to Jackson too is and now Jackson State is such a huge name and a huge school. Like if someone said I played football at Jackson State before Deion was there, you'd be like, oh, where's Jackson? You know what I mean? But now if someone says I played football at Jackson State, you'd be like, that's amazing. It's so cool. It's one of the coolest schools you can play at in the country, and how he changed it. So yeah, it's pretty crazy what he did. What he did for college football too in general.
Yeah.
So many people watched Colorado State, and that was probably one of the biggest games last week.
Yeah.
And probably one of the biggest games college football's had this year, and that's not happening without Deion.
Mm.
Yeah, that's not a game. That's not a game anyone's watching.
Yeah.
Deion's not there, and Shador's not there, and Travis is not there.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty crazy. I had a question, dude. I had a really good question. It's in my mind.
But yeah, once Deion announced he was living in Colorado, it was kind of it was there was a level the practices just weren't the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a lot of the coaches were already kind of getting ready to leave Colorado because he left right after the national championship.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of
Waste no time.
yeah, it was kind of practices were a little more mellow, a little more laid back. No one, you know, yeah, it was a tough time. Not a tough time, but it was just it was a weird dynamic.
How is it relationship being? Because it's weird. A player-son relationship is in general just as weird, but when it's Deion Sanders and Shador Sanders, that's a totally different environment. And how was that being was it he treated him like his kid or a player or in between?
Well, he was always a father first. That's what he kind of already preached. But, I mean, I kind of said before, he would shoot out Shador if Shador's not playing well.
Yeah.
You know, he would get on him. So it's kind of you know, I mean, Shador earned, the starting position. It's not like he was given it. You know, I mean, he started his freshman year and he played well. And then obviously he played really well his second year at Jackson State, you know. So it's kind of I mean, you could sit here and say it's daddy ball, but yet again, Shador earned everything and he's proved everything.
Dude, especially when he's playing, I saw people talking about him being a top 10 pick.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so he's been
playing amazing.
So Shador's been backing everything up. So it's you can't say it's daddy ball when Shador's been balling. And
no, yeah, it isn't. But I think it's more it must be a weird dynamic being that's his son.
I think Prime said something about it though. I think he was just I'm his coach. But when he makes a play, I substitute being a dad for a second to appreciate it.
If Lugo's, if you were Lugo's son, I would never.
okay.
I would never be I'd never be oh, it's daddy ball, but I'd always wonder, that must be a weird contrast to be your son is a starting quarterback of a team. It's almost like a movie. Your son is the superstar quarterback and your dad's the head coach. It's a So it's a weird it's a really cool dynamic. But it's gotta be interesting.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing.
Yeah, that was a kind of crazy statement. But is there anything else you want?
Anything you want to ask us?
Should we ask him the island question?
Yeah.
Should we ask him?
Oh, yes.
So we kind of notorious for asking, dude, or the date your daughter one too.
Oh, just
No, just the island one, bro. We don't want to get into it. We don't want to get into that.
No, wait, the would date your daughter or wouldn't date your daughter?
It's both.
Okay.
Which one do you want? Do you want the island or which one?
Give me the island. I'm curious what the island
Okay,
is.
if you were stuck on an island.
What's one item I'd bring?
No.
I don't mind.
Well, you get to bring one player and one coach, and then you have to rank me, Taco, and Art in order. Which one you want to bring? The last one you want to bring, the middle, and the first one you want to bring.
Okay, so the first. Okay, if I were to bring a teammate, okay.
Anyone, any teammate.
the whole
Not
team.
us three right now.
Not us three right now.
Okay,
Okay,
the whole team. Man, that's tough. Okay, who's I feel who's got survival instincts? You know, he's got because you need someone who's gonna survive.
Yeah.
Who's gonna know nature. I think okay. I say this only because like I've known him like all my life. But you guys
Cade.
know, no, not Cade. But you guys know Gavin Rowe.
Oh,
Did you talk about
yeah.
He was in growing up. We went to the same like elementary school together. We grew up like literally on the same street. Yeah, and he was in Boy Scouts.
Oh.
Yeah, so
okay,
like
yeah.
I knew that about him. So I'm gonna go with Gavin. Gavin Rowe.
What about a coach?
Yeah, what about a coach?
Coach, man. I don't know the defensive coaches that well. Gotta go Sutherland, yeah.
So,
Yeah, sounds like a
I feel like you gotta go Sutherland. Like, what? Like,
he said he's gonna come on. And then we need to.
you gotta go Sutherland.
Yeah. All right, out of the three of us, you gotta rank
To on an island.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3.
or 3, 2, 1. However you want to do it. Who's last?
Any be Boy Scouts?
No.
Think I want. Well, I'm not being like. I'm not putting stereotypes. Like you grew up on an island. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm like, he grew up on an
you
island.
grew up on an island, bro. Like, you gotta know something, right?
I don't know.
Do you not know?
I do.
So I'm saying I think I gotta go one.
He's very good in water.
Yeah, he's
That's what I'm saying.
really
That's his
buoyant.
vibe. He knows where the coconuts are.
He moves and waves.
Big one.
That's what I'm saying. And then.
All right, so
2,
it's last.
3? Man. Man, I think I gotta go. See, I don't know. You grew up in you grew up in Ojai.
Yeah.
What is that known for? Farming? Like, what does that even know? Like
It's like hiking.
hiking?
It's
See,
like-
how's that gonna help me on an island?
You grew up in, where'd you go? I grew up in Orange County.
Oh, see, that's tough.
It's okay, it's okay.
Well, you do have farming. Do you know any farming knowledge? No?
Not zero
Nothing?
farming knowledge.
Dang, bro.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to make a distinct answer here.
So,
Orange County. What part of Orange County?
Santa Ana.
Okay, that's not really helpful.
Ooh.
Well, it's true. I'm trying to know. Good question. No, I wouldn't be helpful either. I grew up in the inland. Like, I'm not. I wouldn't be helpful either. I don't know.
He's not wrong.
Man.
City life.
This usually goes like kind of how it's going.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Every
either
podcast.
it's
It only
like
goes one, and then it's always flip flop.
no, it's either like one or two, and then I'm usually 3 for the island one.
Really?
Yeah.
He's gonna give you 2. That's what you said out.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna go order 2. You like that?
Yeah. All right, now I gotta go date your daughter one. So like,
Oh, that's-
same question.
The thing is, I don't know. I haven't spent like a lot of time with guys outside.
Wait, how about just
Or the
like
whole team. I have a distinct idea, but
Off your
okay.
idea.
who's like a guy that's
So
like,
would or wouldn't?
would?
Would. 'cause
Would?
it's hard
Oh,
to
would?
think- Yeah.
Okay, who would?
Because like, there's a lot of people you could say you wouldn't.
No, yeah. I think this is easy. I'm gonna go Jackson White.
Yeah, that's a
Jackson
great
White.
one. That's a great
Jackson
one.
White. I would let date my daughter.
Yeah.
He's just how he is. You know.
Mr. West.
All around good guy.
Overall, good guy. He's gonna treat my daughter right. You know. Just,
What about like coach? Like what's
oh gosh, coach. Is that what you're about to say?
what? So like, what coach? If he was
Younger?
like 18, 19, what coach would you want most want to take your daughter?
Dude. Oh god. That's
Like a
it's
19-year-old.
lose. Like, oh gosh. See, I don't know how Coach Hogg was or Coach Culpepper or Coach Lugo or any of those guys. Like, holy crap. Man. What'd you guys say?
I don't know.
This is the.
I don't know.
Best
I don't
question.
know. Bro. I don't
I would
know.
You're the first one that
Not
asked us.
shimmy, not shimmy.
No, how about like we flip it? How about like whose daughter would I want to date? Oh, but
Who'd you most want?
whose daughter from like whose coaches like
No, like whose coach would you want to be? Like your
my
stepdad?
father-in-law?
Yeah, your father.
My stepdad. What the heck? My father-in-law? Man,
Father-in-law, dude. Imagine being Culpepper being your father.
man, I gotta go Culpepper.
that'd be.
That'd be great.
Culpepper.
That'd be great.
Well, Culpepper. 100%.
He has daughters that are like your age too, JP.
I know.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
I know. Of course not. But Culpepper seems like a great guy. No, he
Yeah,
not seems he is a great guy.
he is,
Like he
yeah.
seems like a great father-in-law.
No,
So
he's
I'm
awesome. He's awesome. Okay. Wait, what was the question we asked originally? Oh yeah. Oh, you said Jackson Light. Is there anyone on your team
Would it?
that wouldn't comes to mind? Being like this. That's a tough look.
Like for sure, hands down, wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Like he's just like no.
Oh man, this. I know it, but like.
He gets. You can say it.
He's throwing shade.
You can say it.
No, but like I have a few. Well, maybe not a few. The would it, man? I gotta say Cade.
Cade.
I love you, Cade. I love you, Cade. But yeah, I gotta say Cade, man.
Out of the three of us, who would you most want to?
Oh, most?
Yeah.
You guys are all great guys. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a tough one. That's actually a tough one. I'm actually genuinely being serious. I know three. I don't know. That's.
Dude,
Take
we've
the
gotten
time.
some big. Not like. Alright, it was getting heated over this question a couple times.
Almost Eli's just a player on the back end.
Oh, it's crazy.
I don't know. See, I don't know.
You never know what Taco. See how many girls talk to him in Almond?
That's true, bro.
That's what
Oh.
I'm saying, JP.
We love you,
Oh.
Taco. We love you, Taco. Well. Yeah, actually, no, probably Eli or Orta out of those two. Sorry.
That's crazy.
Sorry.
This guy's getting sacked. This guy's getting
He picked you
sacked.
first or the hard?
First play.
Yeah, let him up, let him up. Let him up, Taco. Oh my god. Yes. Yeah, Orta's always last.
Yeah, they always.
Yeah, Orta's always last.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
I'd be getting mad.
I mean,
Remember why? Remember, like, you walked in on the wrong time? For Dom, like, why?
Oh,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
so
'Cause I was
surprised.
talking about like a story in my history, and then Dom walked in and heard like some
Before
of
we
it,
recorded it.
and then he was like,
And then we
based
asked
on
him-
that, he thought like, and then like I was
It's like a
not
bad
fit. I was not fit for
You're
that.
changing the book on a chapter.
Yeah, I
That's
was
crazy.
like-
Judging the book, that's a good, I like that. Judging the book on a chapter. Do
That's crazy.
I know. I was like,
you have any questions for us, JP?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, what do you guys expect to take this podcast? I guess. Like, what's your vision for this podcast?
Just a room, a couch.
Couch would be cool.
No, wait.
no, like
Everybody's
talking about-
mic'd up. Everybody has headphones.
The ideal goal would be headset with like mics.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. And then like a couch or like
You
and,
need
like,
a camera.
video.
I really say this makes sense.
We're gonna get a camera. We're getting a camera. And then merch. We want to sell T-shirts.
Yeah.
That's a big deal for us.
Yeah. It'd be big.
social media wise, I feel like like obviously we know we're not like
2.5 million followers.
yeah, we're not gonna reach like Joe Rogan, or something, right?
Yeah.
But we want to be like like a good podcast, like if you're bored, like just like let me turn this on real quick, like, let me just listen to this. and
If
stuff
we can,
like
we
that.
can like at one point make a little bit of money off it, that would be
that'd be
that'd be dope.
Yeah.
If we made like more than $100.
Yeah,
off
we
this,
made like each of us
We
made
made
more than
it.
$100.
Like,
We'd be pretty stoked.
That would be cool.
We'd be stoked. We'd be stoked. How many episodes do you listen to, JP? It's okay, be honest. You haven't
None actually.
That's
That's crazy.
You
Well, you guys haven't posted.
Yeah, that's
well. I mean, it's on Spotify now.
Oh, it is on Spotify.
It's on
Okay, I'll
Spotify
give it
now.
a listen then.
Yeah, there's like how many go out? Like 17.
Yeah.
It's like
So I'm gonna give it a listen then. If it's on Spotify, I'll definitely listen.
yeah. See, there you go. Like, you're the first new one, JP.
Yeah,
You're the first one
Yeah,
of
that's
the-
legit. That's
the
awesome.
new season.
All right, I have a question for you too. What was your first impressions of the three of us?
Ooh.
Like when you got here. Like,
See, the thing, I've heard good things about him, like, first week. I'll start with him. I heard, like, first, let's see. I think I was, like, doing the camp and then talking, I think it was with you and Coach Brent. It was like, oh, I miss Taco. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see Taco because he wasn't here. He wasn't getting into work over the summer, so.
wow.
Obviously not.
No, so I heard good things about Taco, so. And then, obviously, when I first met him, it was just like, just want to give him a big hug. I don't know. That's just kind of personality he brings, Just, can't stay mad at Taco. I have another Polynesian friend of Enoch, and you can't be mad at him.
All Polynesians.
It's just all Polynesian. You can't be mad at a Polynesian.
Sinia.
You can't.
Okay,
That's good.
that's your roommate.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, but
yeah.
like you can't though. Like he could piss you off no matter like whatever he's done. I don't know, but like I've never been mad at a Polynesian.
Yeah, that is.
I've never
But you wouldn't want him to date your daughter.
Well, no, just because off the joke of like just off the joke.
Okay.
Yeah. Eli, I thought you were a good guy. Good guy. I mean, when we first started work, we first mentioned we were just in workouts.
Yeah.
You know, we were just talking a little bit here and there. You know, it wasn't anything crazy. Yeah, I mean, everyone at Kelly was just like really nice, bro. Everyone was just genuine. Everyone was just like cool. You know, it's like I had nothing bad to say about anyone on their first impression.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
We don't have a lot of we don't really have any bad guys on the team.
that's what I'm saying.
Everyone's like a good human being.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like everyone's just genuinely like nice. Everyone's genuinely like, you know, just happy to be here.
Yeah.
You know, man, Orta. When did I meet you? Fall camp. It was like fall camp.
fall
right?
camp. Yeah. Because I wasn't here over the summer at all.
Yeah,
Just me and JP.
man.
Yeah, it was.
Man.
Just
Hey, but I was getting work back home though. That's all that mattered.
Man, I knew you were the starting middle linebacker, so it's kind of like, okay, there's a certain level of respect. Okay, he earned that for a reason, right? So like, I never heard good things. I was like, okay, like he's supposed to like step up this year. He's like the key to our defense. So it's kind of like, okay, there's a certain level of respect I gotta have for this guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, captain of defense, like he's gotta own something, right? And you've lived up to that, so I was kind of like that.
yeah. His first time on the podcast as a captain.
Yeah.
There you go. Captain, my captain. That's so funny when they do that at Almond.
Yeah, you know.
Like they go walk into Almond and everyone's like saluting. Or they're like, do you want me to lay down the step for you, Art? It is so funny. Like the first video I uploaded. Alright, that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Alright, Taco.
Kick it off. Thank you, JP, for being on this podcast. We appreciate everything you do on and off the field. We love you. And anything else you want to say? Finish off?
Man, let's keep this ball rolling.
Yes,
Let's keep
sir.
it rolling, right? I've
That's
never had a losing record in college, so
Let's roll.
it's the plan this year. So let's keep it rolling.
All right, this was Talking with Taco. Big thank you to John Paul, my quarterback JP. Big thank you for coming on the podcast. This was Talking with Taco. Thank you guys for listening.